computer was 1956 to 63. 1956 to 63, second generation computers period. Second generation computers period 1956 to 63. 1956 to 63. Time sharing between became possible in generation of computer. Second generation. Time sharing is become possible in second generation computer. Time sharing became possible in second generation computers. Time sharing became possible in second generation computers. Which of the following refers to the fastest, biggest, and most expensive computer? Supercomputer refers to the fastest, biggest, and most expensive computer. Supercomputer is fastest, biggest, and most expensive computer. Speed of first generation computer was in microseconds. Speed of first generation computers was in microseconds. Speed of first generation computer was in microseconds. Speed of first generation computer was in microseconds. First generation computer used machine language. First generation computer used machine language. First generation computer used machine language. Which of the following option correctly expresses the meaning of the PCS? So the correct answer: personal computer widely available to individual worker with which they can access information from layer systems and access their personal productivity. So personal computers widely available to individual workers. Individual workers widely available to whom? Individual workers with which they can access what they can access. They can access information from where? From layer systems. So personal computer widely available to individual workers with which they can access information from layer system and increase their personal productivity. Which of the following is the smallest and fastest computer imitating brain working? So quantum computer is the smallest and fastest computer imitating brain computing. Name the first general purpose electronic computer. General purpose electronic computer, UNIVAC. General purpose electronic vehicle, UNIVAC, first general purpose electronic computer. First general purpose electronic computer, UNIVAC. Latest machine in the series of Param made by NIT Sikkim in 17 April 2016. 17 April 2016. First latest machine in the series of Param. Latest machine in the series of Param made by NIT Sikkim in 2016. Param Kanchenjunga. Sikkim made in 2016. NIT Sikkim. First computer which provides storage is EDSAC. EDSAC which provides storage. First computer which provides storage, EDSAC. First computer which provides storage is EDSAC. Desktop and personal computers are also known as microcomputers. Desktop and personal computers are also known as microcomputers. Analytical engine developed during first generation of computer used as a memory. The analytical engine developed during first generation of computers used as a memory unit. Counter wheels. Counter wheels is the analytical engine developed during first generation of computer used as a memory unit. Analytical engine developed during first generation of computer which is used as memory unit, known as counter wheels. Computer complete electronic circuit with transistors and other electronic components on a small silicon chip is called an integrated circuit. So what is an integrated circuit? A complete electronic circuit, which is a complete electronic circuit with transistors, which contains transistors, other electronic components on a small silicon chip. So everything is on a small silicon chip. Small silicon chip. What is that? What is there in small silicon chip? A complete electronic circuit with transistors and other electronic components. With small everything contained in a small silicon chip is called what is integrated circuit. It is known as integrated circuit. Integrated circuit. Everything contained in a small silicon chip. What it contains? It contains transistors. Then a complete electronic circuit. A hybrid computer is one having the combined properties of analog and digital computer. There is a what is hybridization means? That means mix of something, two things. So what are the two things? Analog and digital computers. So mix of combined properties of mixed properties of analog and digital computers is known as hybrid computer. Analog and digital computer is known as hybrid computer. Which is the first electronic computer constructed at Murray School of Engineering. Murray School of Engineering. First electronic computer constructed at Murray School of Engineering was was ENIAC, first electronic computer constructed at the Muri School of Engineering. Part number, description, and number of parts. Part number, description, and number of parts are examples of of what? It is asked in IBPS Clerk 2013 exam. So it is a processing. Examples of processing: part number, description, number of parts, ordered. Examples of processing: data or information. Data or information used to run the computer is called. Please comment down what it is called. Punched cards are first introduced by Herman Hollerith. Hollerith introduced punch cards. Herman Hollerith introduced punched card. Herman Hollerith introduced punched card. The third generation computer was made with integrated circuit. Third generation computers made with integrated circuits. So what is integrated circuit? Everything contained in a silicon chip. So a complete electronic circuit with transistors and other electronic components in a small silicon chip is called integrated circuit. So integrated circuit, third generation computer made up of integrated circuits. Which of the following is a small microprocessor based computer designed to be used by one person at a time? Personal computer is a small microprocessor. Personal computer is a small microprocessor based computer designed to be used by one person at a time. PCs are considered fourth generation and contain what? Microprocessors. PCs are considered fourth generation, and what it contains? It contains microprocessors. Integrated circuit chips used in computer are made with silicon. Integrated circuit chips used in computers are made with silicon. The computer cannot perform which of the following functions? It cannot perform bake a cake. Collection of unprocessed item is information. Unprocessed items, collection of unprocessed which is not processed, is known as information. Which of the following is generally costlier? Mainframe is generally costlier. Mainframe. Integrated chips or ICs were started to be used in use from which generation of computer? Integrated circuits used in third generation. ICs were started to be used from third generation computers. ICs were started to be used from third generation computer. Which of the following option, a given option in IBM supercomputer? Watson given option in IBM supercomputer. Options is IBM supercomputer. Microprocessors can be used to make computer, digital system, calculators. All of these microprocessors can be used to make computers, to make digital system, to make calculators. So all of the three items can be made from microprocessors. Computers, digital system, calculator. Computers, digital system, calculators can be made up of using microprocessors. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. CPU stands for what? Central Processing Unit. Communication line between CPU, memory and peripherals is called bus. Communication line between CPU, memory and peripherals. CPU, memory and peripheral communication line is known as bus. CPU, memory and peripherals. CPU, memory and peripherals. The communication line between these three is known as bus. Control unit controls other units by generating what? Control signal. Control units controls other units by generating control signals. Main circuit board of the system unit is motherboard. Main circuit board of the system is known as motherboard. Okay, so how to redeem the Google gift card? I don't know, John. He thinks, yeah. Okay, so the main circuit of the system unit is motherboard. The component is required to process data into information and consists of other integrated circuit is CPU. Component which is required to process data. Okay. please contact your. Thanks for your report. We will remove this content if it violates our community guidelines. We will remove this content if it violates the community guidelines. Learn more from about blocking contents for users, other policies and tools that we have to help protect you on YouTube. Okay, so let's continue. What is an integral part of computer? So UPS is the integral part of computer. Components is required to process data and other into information and consists of integrated circuits is known as CPU. Central processing unit is required to process data into information and consists of integrated circuits. The load instruction is most widely used. The load instructions is most widely used to designate a transfer from memory to a processor register is known as accumulator. So accumulator is the load instruction which is mostly used to designate a transfer from memory to a processor register. Processor register is known as accumulator. So how are you all? The basic goal of computer system process is to convert data into information. Arithmetic logic unit and control unit section have special purpose location called registers. Which part of the computer is used for calculating and comparing? Which part is used for calculating and comparing? Which part is used for calculating and comparing? Number 1, ALU, arithmetic logic unit. The CPU comprises of control memory and arithmetic or logic unit. The CPU, central processing unit, consists of what? Control memory and arithmetic and logic unit. C in CPU denotes central processing unit. A microprocessor is the brain of the computer and also known as microchip. Microprocessor is the brain of the computer and is also known as what? Microchip. If a processor has a word size of 0.32 bits compared to a processor with a word size of 16 bits, it can at a time twice as much. Which of the following company developed the microprocessors? Intel developed the microprocessors. Who developed the microprocessors? Intel developed the microprocessors. Which of the following company developed the microprocessors? Intel. So thank you so much. If you find this video informative, like and subscribe.